On September 7, 2025, Monza's Autodromo Nazionale was set for McLaren's championship showcase. But a radio command, Oscar, swap with Lando, transformed a potential triumph into a defining controversy, reshaping the 2025 season's narrative. The 2025 Formula One season has marked McLaren's return to elite status. Oscar Piastri, the 24-year-old Australian, led the Drivers' Championship with 312 points, 31 ahead of teammate Lando Norris at 281, according to FIA standings. McLaren's W15 car, optimized with a low-drag aerodynamic package delivering a 0.3-second advantage on high-speed circuits, amassed for 145 points in the Constructors' Championship, 22 ahead of Red Bulls for 123. Per Autosport, the Italian Grand Prix, the 16th of 24 rounds, was a pivotal moment to extend both leads at Monza, a 793 km track known for its 350 km/h straights and demanding chicanes. The starting grid intensified the stakes. Max Verstappen, Red Bull's three-time champion, secured pole with a 1 minute 19 seconds and 241 milliseconds, followed by Norris at 1 minute 19 seconds and 401 milliseconds and Piastri at 1:19.512. Per motorsport.com, Ferrari's Charles Leclerc and Piastri with a 1 minute 19 seconds and 701 milliseconds trailed closely. At the start, Norris challenged Verstappen at turn 1, forcing the Dutchman onto the grass. The FIA, under Article 30 for Point 2, ordered Verstappen to yield the lead, which he did on lap 2. By lap 4, Verstappen retook P1 with a 1 minute 20 seconds and 104 milliseconds sector time at Variante Ascari. His RB21's 1-point-to-second pace advantage evident. McLaren aimed to lock in second and third, but a pit stop failure and a contentious team order shifted the race's focus. By lap 45 of the 53-lap race, Norris led Piastri by 2.1 seconds, with Leclerc 1.8 seconds behind in third. Per FIA timing data, McLaren's strategy was to pit Piastri first on lap 45 to block Leclerc's undercut, then pit Norris on lap 46 to maintain their 1-2. Piastri's stop was executed into 0.14 seconds, with Pirelli's soft tires fitted for the final stint. Norris's stop, however, was a disaster. McLaren's new wheel gun system, introduced at Silverstone to reduce stop times by 0.18 seconds, suffered a torque sensor failure on the rear left wheel, extending the stop to 5.82 seconds. Per motorsport.com, the 3.68-second loss relative to Piastri's stop handed the Australian P2 1 point to seconds behind Verstappen. The McLaren pit wall, led by team principal Andrea Stella, faced a critical choice. Norris, who'd led 40 laps with an average lap time of 1:21.401, was now third due to the mechanical error, not Piastri's tactics. Piastri's consistent 1 minute 21 seconds and 512 milliseconds laps and clean stop justified his position. Racing convention suggested maintaining the order, as pit stop errors are inherent risks. On lap 49, however, Stella issued the order. Oscar, swap positions with Lando to restore the pre-pit order. Piastri responded, "Our agreement was that pit stop errors are part of racing. Why change now? I'll follow the order." At the Rettifilo chicane, he slowed, allowing Norris to take P2 with a 0.7-second gap. Max Verstappen's performance overshadowed McLaren's drama. His 73-minute 20.017-second race time set a new F1 record for the fastest Grand Prix, surpassing the 2003 Monza mark by 14.31 seconds per FIA records, finishing 19.31 seconds ahead of Norris. Verstappen's RB21 maximized Monza's high-speed straights, reaching 351.4 km/h on the pit straight. His switch to Pirelli's hard tires on lap 28, 1 lap earlier than McLaren's lap 29 switch, preserved a 0.42-second tire degradation advantage. Per Autosport, his fastest lap of 1 minute 20 seconds and 901 milliseconds on lap 50 underscored Red Bull's pace, which averaged 1:21.100 for across the race. Verstappen's post-race comments highlighted the controversy. "A slow pit stop is like a lockup or a puncture, it's part of competition," he told Sky Sports. "I was surprised McLaren ordered the swap. Drivers should settle it on track." His perspective, informed by Red Bull's 2021 teammate dynamics with Sergio Perez, where Perez yielded in Brazil, framed McLaren's decision as an overreach. Verstappen's 25 points boosted his championship tally to 265, keeping him 50 points behind Piastri. Team principal Andrea Stella defended the decision. Per ESPN, Lando led before the pit stops. We pitted Oscar first to counter Leclerc's 1.8-second threat. But the slow stop for Lando necessitated restoring the order. This aligns with our preseason rules. Stella emphasized McLaren's papaya rules, designed to ensure equity between drivers. But his rationale faced criticism, treating pit stop errors as anomalies to correct diverge from standard F1 practice, where mechanical failures are part of the sport's unpredictability. Sky Sports' Nico Rosberg, the 2016 champion, was critical. Pit stops are as much a part of racing as qualifying or overtaking. Ordering a swap risks undermining team morale. Rosberg's experience with Mercedes' 2016 team orders, which strained his relationship with Lewis Hamilton, added weight to his warning. Jamie Chadwick, on Sky, noted McLaren's intent was fairness. But this move suggests a preference for Norris. It's a pattern. Ted Kravitz highlighted the technical route. Per Motorsport.com, the wheel gun system, rushed into use without full testing, caused the 5.8-second delay. McLaren's ambition outpaced their preparation. The pit stop failure stemmed from McLaren's high-risk wheel gun upgrade, introduced at Silverstone. The system used a lighter titanium alloy to cut 0.18 seconds per stop, but its torque sensors required precise calibration. A software glitch on Norris's rear left wheel caused the 5.8-second stop, per Motorsport.com. Monza's average lap time, per FIA data, meant the delay cost Norris 5.1 car lengths, a gap Piastri's pace easily held. The team's decision to pit Piastri first was tactically sound. Leclerc's 1.8-second gap risked an undercut, with Ferrari stop averaging to 0.3 seconds, but the execution failure shifted the race. Monza's layout, with DRS zones on the pit straight and between Les Motu and Ascari, offers overtaking only with a 0.5-second tire advantage, per Autosport. Norris's soft tires, fitted on lap 46, degraded 0.31 seconds faster than Piastri's by lap 49. Negating a natural pass, McLaren's order ignored this, prioritizing pre-pit positions over track reality. The technical misstep, costing 3.68 seconds, transformed a 1-2 into a controversial 1-3. Monza's controversy echoed McLaren's past. In Hungary 2024, Norris was ordered to yield the win to Piastri after a strategic error, prompting his radio protest. "You should have pitted him first," per Autosport. The incident raised similar questions about team bias. McLaren's 2007 season, where Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso's rivalry led to a lost championship, was a stark reminder. McLaren's risking a 2007 repeat, warned Sky's Martin Brundle. Two title contenders need equal treatment. The 1998 Belgian Grand Prix, where David Coulthard yielded to Mika Hakkinen, and Ferrari's 2000 Austrian Grand Prix, where Rubens Barrichello was ordered to let Michael Schumacher pass, resulting in a $1 million FIA fine, were cited as parallels. Per ESPN, Ferrari's 2010 German Grand Prix order to Felipe Massa, "Fernando is faster than you," drew a $100,000 fine and fan backlash, per Motorsport.com. Mercedes' 2016 Spanish Grand Prix, where Hamilton and Rosberg's collision prompted stricter team orders, underscored the risks. Toto Wolff, Mercedes team principal, commented, per ESPN, McLaren's managing the championship drivers, one misstep, and the team fractures. Monza reignited the debate over team orders. FIA Article 27.3 permits teams to manage drivers for strategic reasons, a rule reinstated in 2010 after a 2000 ban proved unenforceable. The 2000 Austrian GP, where Barrichello's yield to Schumacher sparked outrage, led to the ban. But teams used coded messages, per Autosport. Brundle suggested a reform, allow orders for championship deciding races like Abu Dhabi, but not for routine errors like pit stops. Damon Hill, on Sky, added, team orders are part of F1 strategy, but they must be transparent to avoid alienating fans. The debate highlighted the tension between team strategy and individual competition. McLaren's decision to correct a pit stop error was seen as artificial, clashing with F1's ethos of on-track merit. Red Bull's 2013 Malaysian Grand Prix, where Sebastian Vettel ignored orders to hold position behind Mark Webber, and Williams' 2017 Canadian Grand Prix, where Felipe Massa resisted yielding to Lance Stroll, were cited as examples of driver pushback. Per Motorsport.com, McLaren's Monza call risked similar descent. with Piastri's radio response signaling potential unrest. As the 2025 season progresses to Singapore, McLaren faces critical challenges. Piastri's 315 points lead Norris's to 187, but the 3-point Monza swap tightened the Drivers' Championship. McLaren's 465 constructors' points maintain a 22-point edge over Red Bull's 443, but Red Bull's planned aerodynamic upgrades for Baku, adding 0 points to seconds per lap, threaten that lead, per Autosport. Verstappen's 165 points keep him a contender, 50 points behind Piastri. McLaren's pit operations require urgent review. Kravitz suggested reverting to the previous wheel gun system, which averaged a 0.3-second stops. For reliability, per Sky Sports, Stella must balance Piastri and Norris, whose lap time parity shows neither can be relegated to a secondary role. The Papaya rules aim for equity, but Monza's decision exposed inconsistencies, risking team cohesion. Monza. September 7, 2025, Max Verstappen took a record-breaking win, but McLaren's team order stole headlines. Oscar Piastri was forced to give up P2 for Lando Norris, sparking questions of strategy versus fairness. The 3 points tighten the title fight, but unity at McLaren now hangs in the balance.